discussion. I just want to pull back it a little and try to answer this at a higher level, because companies are very competitive, and all the leaders right now, with the adapting to changing dynamics of various factors in the businesses, we are mostly fighting daily fights and not thinking about the bigger vision. And that's not something that we are doing on a daily basis, and that's very important, I guess. I can share my experience. I did have an opportunity in past 2 companies to go ahead and think about this at a broader level when I was in ThoughtWorks or Tata Technologies, because it was inbuilt in the vision of the companies. The leaders promoted this vision, and that's why we were able to talk about it. In my experience right now, in my role, in the past 1 year, I have not gone ahead and thought about it so much until I was called to this panel, and I was thinking about it, and there are a few things that we are doing, but not enough. And the people aspect is so important, because everybody here, at least in India, we are a nation with a huge population. We fight on a daily basis to ensure that we have jobs, good salary packages. In all of this, just going ahead and ideally thinking about sustainability as a concept is very hard for individuals to do. So unless we go ahead at macro level and think about this, the leaders think about this, they talk about this to the employees, they have as people mentioned, as leaders here mentioned before, that not think about the short term, but long term, 30 years down the line, 50 years down the line, 20 years down the line, even 10 years down the line, we will not have the same resources. It will become inevitable to go ahead and think about this right now. And that's why I'm thankful that global forums, Europe's Union on Circularity, and there is green fence, China has adopted green fence, and India has participated in so many coalitions where they're coming together and thinking about this. There is government regulatory policies which are coming up, green financing, and giving incentives to recyclable products. So coming from that higher level, and then companies thinking about it. From people perspective, leadership executives should have like KPIs which are tied up to sustainability targets, and that's something that can happen. And when it's their pay and everything, performance and everything is tied up to that, the leadership themselves will be motivated to actually cascade it down, make individuals think about this more as employees, but also go ahead and upskill and train employees, because somewhere down the line in our households as kids, we used to think about recyclability, reusability, because we have seen our mothers, if there's milk coming to the house, if it goes bad, we make it into paneer or cottage cheese, as you call it, and then reuse each and everything into different stuff. But in this game of life, we go ahead and forget about all of this. So coming to the company, working as an individual, we need to be reminded again. But the youth right now is so much motivated to do this. We forgot about this, but right now there's internet, everybody's on social media, youth is going ahead and propagating about each and every point over here. Adding to this discussion, what you're currently having, as well as what Dr. Wolf said, and he talked about discipline, and we are also talking about the approach consumers, because companies ask this question when we try to push the agenda on sustainability, that who's asking for it, because the initial costs are very high to implement it. Right now we do not have the time and efforts and the cost that it takes, so we are not spending time on those discussions right now. But at the same time, discipline, as well as that's what I'm saying, that the government agencies, the whole forum where we go ahead and discuss this being the starting point for me, at least, you calling different people together, different industries, leaders together, government officials together, having these discussions, and then going ahead and ensuring that COVID changed our approach as consumers. When we were taking money out of ATMs, we talked about it. And now we are all using DigiPay platforms. And similarly, we have to make the consumer, the average, the citizen aware that these are harmful. There are harmful effects of each and every decision we are making as a consumer. For example, we have cigarette packets, ads which say it is injurious to health. Similarly, we could think about where we could develop a metric which shows on the advertisements on sustainability that this particular company, whether it's a cosmetic company, whether it's any product or service company, we can go ahead and put that metric over there for the consumers to be aware through social media, through each and every advertisement that they are doing, that this company is this much % sustainable and in the green, red, yellow zone. And this will make people more aware about it. They will talk about it, because right now, with the purchasing power, everybody wants to go ahead and purchase consumer products which are higher in status, higher in everything, and we like to do that. But at the same time, what's the cost of it? We are not aware of it, because we do not see that happening anywhere. When we go to malls, we don't see that. Even if I talk about this, there are so many ways individually I can make changes. But in daily lives, I will not think about it, because I have a job. As he was saying, that there are people who are just trying to go to a job. They will not have the time to think about it. Youth right now is questioning us. Employees are right now questioning us, because a percentage of the population is aware about it, and they know that in their lifetime, when they are in their prime ages, in 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, they will not have the same resources, because we have wasted so much in the last 50 years. So these are things that at macro level, if governments talk about it, officials come to forums like this, they are being held accountable by institutes, by industries. There are coalitions formed at government level, at country level, then that would help. Yeah. Would slightly disagree in Indian context, especially over here, because we did this in our company, in our previous company, and what happens is that one day people look at the figures, 2 days they look at the figures, a week, a month, but then there is no individual accountability attached to it. There is nothing happening. So after some days, it just becomes, just looking at a number, and it just becomes, nobody is accountable, nobody acts on anything. It's the attitude, it's the individual accountability which will happen with discipline and practice, as Dr. Wolf has already mentioned. And this is again something that goes back to the top-down approach. If there are regulations that policymakers have, that a certain percentage of food wastage or electronic wastage, everything will be sanctioned, everything will be fined or something, then it will go, then companies will go ahead and make these changes. If companies make these changes, they can make policies around that. If there are 5 different dishes, instead of that, if there is a food wastage above this particular kilogram or something, then we will reduce it to 4 dishes or 3 dishes. This will motivate the employees to go ahead and people to go ahead and change their attitude and thinking process, to go ahead and make changes in their lifestyle, in their habits, and with discipline they can go ahead and then follow this. Yeah. I just wanted to go ahead and answer this question also in continuation to what he had asked before, the first question, that there are people attributes that we need to look at differently whenever we are thinking about hiring people into a company. And right now, the need of the hour is more attributes that we are looking for is resilience, adaptability, the thinking, the thought process, the approach, how you come to a particular conclusion. Can you discuss a topic? You spoke about AI chatbots. You get ready-made answers on that, and that's great. You should make use of that to become aware of a particular topic, but at the same time you should invest each and every day in a group having discussions, an hour, 2 hours of brainstorming sessions about a particular topic, so that you go ahead and practice that thinking and put it, he said before, discipline and practice. And not just you're in a management trainee right now, and you can go ahead and do this right now, because we have stopped in even our schools. We need to change this. The whole curriculum till 10th, 12th is that we go ahead and just learn answers from a textbook, and we go ahead and just dump all of that on answer sheets. But instead of that, if we can go ahead in a different approach where classrooms provide us that opportunity to think and have discussions even from a smaller age, then we are able to develop our minds into thinking fast and slow and adapt to any situation and think about these broader topics like sustainability, inclusivity, agility, transforming the business on digital platforms. Any topics we come up with, then we can go ahead and think about this. So really, these attributes are some things that we are looking for: learnability, resilience, and adaptability. These are the most important hiring parameters as of now that we are changing to.